Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be just a little different than normal. So most of you may not know that I actually have a couple of retail booths here in Topeka, Kansas. Now with the holiday seasons approaching, fall is coming, that's going to be my busy season as a maker. I got into my booth, I got some old inventory out and put a bunch of new inventory in. So I figured I'd bring y'all along with me, kind of show you my thinking behind my staging, and it should be a ton of fun. Now, if you loved thrift flips, if you love thrift hauls, be sure to hit that little subscribe button and the bell next to it so you don't miss any Upcycles by Bri. If you're new here, you can find me over on social media, and I also have an online store, upcycledbybri.com, but I will leave all of that down in the description box below.
So here is what my booth looked like yesterday when I showed up. I had sold the dresser off that back wall, so things were on the ground. Things were looking pretty empty. It was time to get some work done in here. After 3 hours of stocking, rearranging, and adding new inventory in, you can tell it's nice and full.
The major thing I wanted to accomplish during this restock was pulling out all of the lavender from spring and any 4th of July stuff from summer. I was ready to move fall into my booth. I wanted to be one of the first ones in the antique mall to have my fall in and make sure I'm ahead of the season.
Looking at the back wall first, I had one vanity, one big empty spot from a missing dresser, and a shelf floating out by itself. Would have preferred a taller piece of furniture on this back wall, but I didn't have one, so I made do. I used a window for height, put some old ladders next to it, and now I'm forming kind of a triangle for the eye with this big green tub and a small white dresser. Your eye should land on the tub, travel up the window, down the ladder, and back down to the white nightstand. Once I have made the desired shape with my large and medium items, I will add in my smalls. Notice this section has a theme: green, yellow, and natural wood. I didn't want to cover the vanity too much. I wanted to make sure the beautiful antique mirror and all of the details really popped. But I did use it to stage up the last little bit of my apothecary colored items. You can see these pumpkins are painted in the color apothecary, and I had just a few small pieces. So I tucked them in around this vanity, but I made myself a note to really make some beautiful staged items to come in and add and make this feel like a girly, pretty little paradise next week. And of course, after I have everything stocked, I grab a few beautiful pictures to use on social media and for this video. Enjoy! Since I slid this white nightstand back, I need to replace it with a new piece of furniture. I decided to scoot the white sideboard over and load it up with fall. I stacked some smalls on top of it to give it a big impact and loaded it up with pumpkins and some gorgeous fall colors. I hung a new burlap sack out of one of the drawers and added a few things in the front as well. Now on the back side of this display, I added in a new piece, an industrial shelf, loaded that up with the kitchen items that I have, and stacked some smalls down beside. This way I have selling points on both sides of that sideboard.
Now, before we finish up this booth tour, I came out, taking a little break, right, unloading my car, and I figured I might as well just show y'all what I keep in my toolbox and what I keep in my booth bag. If you can hear the cicadas, sorry, they're kind of annoying. We're in Kansas. It just is what it is. Okay, so this is my toolbox. I keep this loaded and ready to go at all times, and this toolbox is solely for using at my booth. So inside I have got an organizer that is not organized, full of a variety of screws and nails, picture hangers. What else? I've got a few thumbtacks, some twist ties, any little hanging hardware that I think I may need. I highly suggest investing in a good screwdriver. This was a Christmas present for me, and it is a nice little set full of all the attachments. And this is my favorite part. If you drop one and it like rolls under furniture or something, you can pick it up with this. Hammer. This was actually a free hammer that I got out of an estate sale pick, and I loved the red chippy handle, so it went in my bag. It's pretty heavy. I probably don't need one quite this intense, but that's all right. A bag of extra hang tags. Maybe I want to change the prices. If I ever mark down furniture, one of my tricks is to just put a brand new tag on it. I don't mark through it with red and mark it down, because that's kind of telling people, nobody else wanted to buy this, so why would I want to buy it, right? Now with my small items, I 100% cross them out, mark them down, and do like seasonal sales and things of that nature. I do keep tape and scissors, because sometimes I like to tape the tags to things instead of hanging it with the string. I do keep extra string in case I need to tie anything up to hang it, or I do need to tie a tag on. Red pen for markdowns, and a pencil because I love making notes and lists. Zip ties, because you never know when you'll need a zip tie. And then I do keep some extra chalk writers in case I want to change out little sale signs. Little cardboard tags, those are easy to change up. And then these are the rings that I use to hang my stencils and my decoupage paper. The tape measure for booth rebuilds, and then I always like to make sure I list the measurements of furniture pieces. That way when I'm making my posts or somebody's shopping, they can see what size that piece of furniture is. Oh, hooks, these are a good one. So these hooks, I don't have any ceiling displays, but these are nice to screw into the wall and stuff for hanging things like purses or baskets. This is a bag full of some different anchors and L brackets. These usually come in handiest when I'm doing booth rebuilds and resets. Again, I just like to have things handy so I'm not having to leave, run to the hardware store, run back home, because once I leave, I usually don't want to go back. I do have safety pins. I usually have a few fabric things in my booth, and I like to attach the tags with safety pins. Always extra tape. I also have a box full of my business cards to restock. Last thing in here is some sheets of plastic. I like to stack my furniture a lot, but I don't want the feet from one furniture piece to mess up the top of the other furniture piece. So I'll cut little pieces of plastic and put them underneath metal items or underneath stacked furniture. So this is my daily tote. If I am going to my booth, I stock this up with things that I need for that day. But a couple of staples, I've got Windex, paper towels, a dry towel for dusting. I usually have a couple of sale signs in here. This is the to-do list for the current day. Like I said, I am definitely a list maker. And important, snacks and emergency caffeine just in case. I throw my apron in here, but I keep that inside mostly because it's nice when I'm doing my DIYs. Band-aids because I cut my hand open the other day. Extra pens, pencils, and more tape. The last thing that I take every time I go work, no matter what I think I'm going to be doing, is a drill. Inevitably, I always need it to rearrange things on the wall. I'll take an extra battery with me, and then my case full of drill bits and these things.
Now, since I moved that sideboard over to stage up my fall items, it's time to make my front corner vignette. I brought in this refinished hutch top, which I actually made a video on. I will link that here in a card above, but I wanted to stage it up with a beautiful cottagecore style. My booth has always been very farmhouse, and I'm slightly transitioning more over into cottagecore.
Not gonna lie, pretty worn out from the last couple of days, so it was nice to do this relaxed, sit down, a booth tour video with y'all. But come back on Sunday, I've got a highly requested woods video, and next week I have a thrift haul, a thrift flip video because I might have gone shopping today. I had to. It was right there. Now, if you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so. And if you could, please give me a big thumbs up and share this video with a friend. That's going to help my little YouTube channel continue to grow. We're almost to 9,000 subscribers. When we hit that 10,000 subscriber mark, we're doing a fun giveaway. Until next time, I will see y'all later. Bye, friends. Now, we're done. Stop. Stop. It's really bright out here. Sorry about that. Might not work.
Someone is in my editing chair. Hey, Maisie. Oh, you sweetie. See, Ma, you're not very nice. I'm sorry. Go back to sleep.
But a couple of staples, extra battery with me, and all the bits, and these things.